And we're live. Welcome to another Thursday night safety briefing with me, Thagon. You can always find me at Thagon at Twitter at Thagon at 230 at Twitter. That's where you can find me mostly. But this is Thagon. Also, just like you know about me, I prior military service. So on every Thursday or a long weekend, or on a Friday or on a long weekend, like on a Thursday or something to that effect, the day before you go on a long vacation, leave the military, your command would give you what they call a safety briefing. And what the safety briefing would do is just kind of remind you to do good things out there and things of that nature. So one of those things. So we'll go ahead and get that out of the way, and then we'll go ahead and get to the theme to this week's show. So this week's show's theme is going to be the Dias Cast. So as you can kind of tell by the name, the Dias Cast is kind of all by about chance and luck. And we're also going to be showing off some die-cast toys today, like your Hot Wheels toys, a lot of the Star Wars types, and a lot of some GI Joe ones that I've picked up recently. So we're gonna be kind of a Dias Cast kind of stream today. So once again, we'll get started. So once again, my name is Aegon. I was a military sergeant, and here's my R safety brief. So if you're out swimming, make sure you go swimming with the buddy. If it's starting to rain and lightning outside, make sure you're not standing on the tree so you don't get hit by lightning. If you're going out drinking, make sure you're not driving. If you're driving, you're not drinking. If you're going to go out smoking or doing all that other kind of crazy stuff, maybe make sure you have a way home. As always, is a call out is safe for a cab, and call out is cheaper than cuffs. If you do get in trouble out there, make sure you're calling out to your folks. If you're in the military, still call out your squad leaders or your fire team leaders or your platoon sergeants, things of that nature. At the very last bit, call out your CQ desk. Sure, they'll give you some guff about it, but they'll be happier that you called out for help to get right home than get in trouble. So just be a good person out there, as always. You are good people. If you say something, if you see something, say something about it. Do good things. Be a light for people out there. So that's kind of the safety brief that kind of gets us started. So, like I said, this week's theme is kind of the Dias Cast, that kind of luck and chance when it comes to the things that happen in our life. As you know, as I'm going through my life, I'm still dealing with the things that I've dealt with through my life. So one of the things that I have to kind of remember is we can't control everything, and there is that a little bit of chance in life. Life does have those situations where we can't control, especially if you're in the military situation like I was. You can be in a unit that never deploys anywhere, and then you feel bad about not deploying, or something happens to you and then you don't get to deploy. There's a lot of those kind of guys out there that kind of feel bad about not deploying, and they think they were into the fight. Then there's other guys that who actually do deploy, and then they think that they didn't do enough over there. It wasn't enough. They didn't deploy enough many times. They didn't get enough firefights. They weren't heroes enough. And but the thing about life and those things is all about that die is cast. You take those chances in life, and whatever happens. So that's kind of the theme of this week. Once again, that's kind of why I named the stream the die is cast, because the guys are the idea there's luck out there, and you kind of have to accept that luck. Be it bad luck or good luck in life. Be it getting a promotion at work, and maybe you fell into the right position, or maybe it's just not the job for you, or maybe the relationships and stuff. Maybe you didn't find the right one for you, or maybe you did look out and find the right one. So there is that chance and luck in life. There is those things that you can't control, and so kind of remember that out there. So just kind of welcome to the chats, Rolando. Just kind of as a recap, I did my safety briefing already, and I talked about how the die is cast, and we're talking about cast toys. But so we're kind of talking about like your Hot Wheels and things of that nature. I've been collecting these kind of over the years. I have kind of a not a big collection, and I do have some other ones I couldn't kind of come up with, but this is kind of a smattering of different things that I was able to kind of pull off my shelves before the show. I don't always not always the best prepared person for the show, but I kind of do a pretty good job. So kind of one of the things I wanted to show off, when one of my kind of favorite ones is this die-cast biplane. So here's a little die-cast biplane. This would have been like a World War One biplane, or maybe a little bit after World War One. Just little collected planes. I think Hot Wheels and Matchbox and all those kind of companies, they don't make enough like airplanes or helicopters or anything like that. I do collect a line. I can't remember the name of the line. I never keep the boxes because I always take these kind of toys out. But they do kind of, but those are hard to find, and the ones they have, I already have, so it's kind of hard. So once again, here's kind of the biplane. And in the chat, if you guys collect kind of die-cast toys or Hot Wheels and stuff, kind of let me know, and like kind of let me know what you guys kind of like to collect. So kind of like this one's kind of special to me that I kind of picked up. This right here is a Black Hawk. So that's a Black Hawk. That's a United States Black Hawk. These are kind of your famous for your inserting your special forces guys like Green Berets or SEALs and things of that nature. So that's a Black Hawk. It's kind of interesting because the Black Hawk has a lot of room in the back here. And actually, you can actually parachute jump out of these. I've never parachute out of a Black Hawk. I've parachute out of a Chinook, but you can't parachute jump out of these. I've seen it on videos and stuff. But the Black Hawk is cool because we rode around these in Afghanistan, around the country, going from different fire base to different fire base. That's little camps out in the middle of nowhere. And we would get on them and we would load supply, get off of them, drop off supplies, and get back on the bird and stuff like that. And I went to my little camp. If you know my military story, I went to my little camp on one of these little Black Hawks. That's how we got around. So once again, I wasn't a special forces unit. I wasn't a team guy or anything like that. I was a cook, but we really didn't convoy anywhere. So like IEDs and stuff, that's never really bothered me because we always kind of flew everywhere. So I don't know. But so that's kind of thing. That's kind of Black Hawk. So that's kind of important to me. And of course, you got your classic, just kind of metal military Jeep from World War II. These are always classics. If you can get these big enough, these really go well with GI Joes. I do have a plastic one that I used for GI Joes before. Have you seen some of my pictures? Some of the other ones, some of kind of a unique one I have. I'm not a big Star Trek fan. Orlando, I don't know if you are or not, but I do have a Hot Wheels Enterprise Star Trek. To name me what version. Okay, this is on the bottom. So US Enterprise. It's this version of it. So if you can see it on the screen pretty well. Yeah. And as this actually comes with a stand too, but I haven't put the stand up. I haven't taken it out. That's kind of like I said. I really like when a Hot Wheels and stuff makes these unique things. These ones are a little bit pricier. Like I'll show you some of the other ones I got. Oh, I don't see it. Oh, I lost it somewhere. Oh, I picked up, as you saw a picture of it. I did pick up the Sky Striker GI Joe Hot Wheel, but I kind of forgot it. So yeah. Oh, so Rolando, you like Star Trek? What's your favorite Star Trek? So there's the Enterprise once again. Some other cool ones I like to get. Obviously, here to kind of stick on that realistic military line. I at Hobby Lobby of all places, they do Hobby Lobby is kind of interesting. Whatever politics aside, Hobby Lobby is interesting. They have a lot of really interesting things. They actually have a model section, and in that model section, I picked up a C-130 with snap together model, and I put it together and I put it at work. And because I got a C-130, because I used to jump out of airplanes on those all the time. That's why I got that. But anyway, when I keeping back to the diecast kind of theme, I picked up a Sherman tank at my family picked up a Sherman tank for me at Hobby Lobby, and so it's kind of it's a little Sherman tank. Oh, it's a little light, can't really see it. Getting a little light. So there it is. There's a Sherman tank. It's pretty cool. Oh, you haven't seen those ones yet? Yeah. I saw the Top Gun ones. Oh, you haven't seen the Enterprise one? That's cool. I show it to too. Yeah. One another one too is I'll skip this one. I don't care about that one. I do have one of the Imperial ships, Star Destroyers. Obviously, this is all die cast. This is the Hot Wheels line. See, this would be the scene over like Endor, not Endor, but at the beginning of the movie when they're taking over the little ship. Oh no, they're gonna catch me! Oh no! Ah! So that's a little die cast of that. This is a really cool one. Not to leave Matchbox out, but I got this Matchbox car. Obviously, this isn't the car I had. I obviously didn't have a 1975 Opel Cadet. But this vehicle, this little car reminds me, if you ever look it up, a Datsun 210B. A 1970s Datsun 210B looks really like this, and I had two of them actually. I had a turquoise one and an orange one that kind of looked like this car, and so that's why I kind of picked it up when I was in high school. And I picked it up pretty cheap. So, like I said, this is actually, like I said, once again, a 1975 Opel Cadet. So you want to see the back. Okay. There you go. Pick up that a couple days ago. Like I said, things that kind of spark my interest. When I go collecting, I'm not a completist or anything like that. I just kind of go. Oh, you pick up some 1/64 size diecast. What size is that? I'm always kind of confused about sizes because they always tell you. Like this one tells me, but this might be a 1/64. Is this a 1/64? I think it might be. It says 64 on it, so I would imagine it would be. Anyway, kind of moving on. Another kind of cool one I got a long time ago was I picked up a Hot Wheel. I got the animated Batwing. I love the animated Batman. The animated Batman is my yeah. The tank is 1/64. Oh, all right, cool, nice. Thank you very much for that information. I picked up the Batman from the Batwing from the Batman animated series. To me, the Batman animated series is the quintessential Batman. I know everybody has the movies, and everybody loves the movies, but for me, growing up, I remember watching the Batman animated series after school all the time, and I loved it the best. I mean, Luke. I can't remember his name. Mark Hamill is Joker in the animated series, and then the guy who does the animated voice for Batman, he just recently passed away. So R.I.P. for him. So once again, this is the Batwing. Really cool from the animated series, as you can tell from the top. There, that has all the information about the back. Pretty cool, huh? I said I diecast things. I see them as little models, like especially the more expensive ones, and so kind of like there. We'll keep on going a little bit smaller. I did from Star Wars Episode 3. I got the Vulture Droid. I remember when you could pick these up on clearance real cheap there for a long time. So I got a little Vulture Droid. That's pretty cool. This is the one that attacks the ships in Episode 3. The sex Anakin's ship and stuff like that, and Obi-Wan's ship in Episode 3. So I do have some of the other ones around somewhere, but I don't know where, and I'm too lazy to find them. So here's kind of the back. And if you look on here this way, this is the kind of the series that you can get. I do believe I have the Yoda one, and I want to say the Bike Scouter, but I don't know if I have it. If I don't, I need to get it. Kind of keep on the smaller route. Once again, if you are joining us late, this is a diecast stream. So once again, thank you, Rolando, for showing up. Rolando is one of the best chat persons in all his streams. He shows up to all of them. He's a great guy. So, hey, thanks for showing up, Vern. Appreciate it. Once again, Vern, if you've missed the beginning of the show, we're just showing off some diecast stuff. If you want to go about 5 or 6 minutes or so, you can hear about my story about the Black Hawk. I said, here's another kind of diecast Star Wars one. This is a sand crawler. And that's pretty cool. And once again, here's the back of it. And then on the back, you can see all the ones you collected. Once again, I'm not showing all of the ones I have, but I do believe I also have, I want to say I have Obi-Wan's ship somewhere. Obi-Wan's A-Wing ship somewhere, but I couldn't find it. I know I do have the A1 ship. You do need, that's awesome. Thanks, Rolando. I know I have that ship somewhere, but oh well. Another one I have, kind of skipping, staying with the Star Wars theme. I do have the Razor Crest. I'm sorry, but I don't know if you guys think so or not, but the Razor Crest always reminds me of in Spaceballs their Winnebago vehicle. That's what it always reminded me of. I can't ever get that image out of my head. So. Yeah, you haven't picked up many of these. I love these. I'm pretty specific on which ones I like or not, but you can always pick them up for under $5 or $6. It's always one of those things I can always sneak in the cart or kind of pick up without my being too upset I'm spending too much money. Because remember, Vern, a collection can be more than 2 figures. So this is where you come to my channel for you can have more than 2 figures. So, and then once you here's on the back. I don't have any of these. I'm not sure if it is or not. Oh, but it might be. Let me get it real quick. I do have another one here. Once again, this is why you come to a fun show to to see the host back up and look at stuff that they forgot about. But I also have a TIE Fighter. Once again, these are the Hot Wheels line of Star Wars. These aren't the more playable site, the mini line, the Galaxy line. These are just the Hot Wheels diecast. Once again, this is a diecast stream. If I do a Galaxy one, maybe I'll do a Galaxy one because I have lots of those too. And I don't see a lot of streamers doing Galaxy ones or doing a lot of diecast looks and stuff. But to me, the diecasts are really cool because there's so much detail in them. Look at that. Let's look at all that detail in there. And we're talking about, and you're buying all this detail for under $10. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I've well, not with diecast because I don't have too many of them, but with other toys, I did. Yeah, I've done it all the time. I think what I'm gonna start if I slow down on collecting toys, what I might do is just go through my tubs of stuff that I have, and then just oh, look at that, which I've done that before when I was looking for diecast stuff. I was like, oh wow, I didn't know I had that still. Oh wow, look at that. And it's kind of interesting. I was talking to a great good friend of mine, Joe Motion 82, and he was going through tubs, and I said you should do like a Christmas in July, like tubs in July or tubs in June or something like that, and just go through tubs all through June and say these are the things I found. I think that'd be kind of a cool thing. Oh, you have a TIE Fighter like this, Orlando? Awesome. Or you have bought things before that you had before? Probably both. Anyhow, I'll just keep on going here. Another kind of once again keeping on the Star Wars kind of range, and then we'll switch over to G.I. Joe in a second. I also have an ATT Walker, once again by Star Wars, by Hot Wheels as well. I haven't taken this out of the package yet, but it's pretty cool. Once again with these though, once you take them out of the package, anything it decreases the value, but there's you can't break them. So that's what I enjoy about it. You can't break them. You don't have to worry about breaking them. They're just gonna sit there. So, and once again, here's the other ones that were in the line of this year's particular one. I believe that's Poe Dameron's ship, maybe. Yeah, those are. And then of course the Millennium Falcon. It's funny. One of the ones I don't have is the Millennium Falcon. I just never. I see it. I just never. I see it all the time. I never pick it up, probably because I see it all the time. So. Yeah, that'd be kind of a fun, kind of almost. It would be almost a Lost in Space kind of show. You can have a dopey droid that bugs him all the time. That'd be kind of fun. And he goes on these crazy adventures. But he has to have some kind of a medical officer or medical run into somebody who just goes, oh, I can't stand these you clinkly clackly. That one I can't. He's not Vincent Price. Maybe it was Vincent Price that was on that show of Lost in Space. We kind of a Lost in Space of Star Wars. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. But thanks, Orlando. It is a sweet AT. So. Let's see here. Running out of Star Wars stuff. One of my last ones, one of my most recent pickups, which I probably already have this one, but I picked up. I picked up a Y-wing. I love Y-wings. Out of all of the original Star Wars ships, the Y-wing was always my favorite. I like the idea it was a bomber and stuff as a kid, and it kind of always reminded me of the A10 Warthog, which I do have. I have diecasts of that too. I have many of them. I just wasn't able to find any of them. But my favorite diecast is an A10. I love A10s. But yeah, so here's the Y-wing, and here's the ones that came with it that year. On the back. So I'm thinking they release sets at a time, just like anything else. And here's probably one of those. All these on the side. This is the multicolor ones. Or what do they call them, prototypes? I understand folks like the prototypes ones, but I've never gotten into. I don't find the appeal. I get it, like, oh look, that's what it kind of looked like when they were putting it together. It just never appealed to me. I just never got it. Oh, you never got it. You never got a Y-wing. Yeah, I want to. If I would find a Y-wing that was complete and all that, and it didn't have to be in the box, but just complete, that'd be another one of those big things I would buy too. That'd be because I never owned one as a kid. I wasn't really into Star Wars as a kid because I was born in '80, and so Star Wars kind of had passed by the time I remember stuff, and so but I remember watching my experiences with Star Wars. It was always on like TNT or TBS all the time around Easter time, and watching it there. Or never really had it on VHS because we couldn't afford VCR. Because I remember written in VCRs, but we couldn't afford a VCR. So, but I remember watching it mostly. And then of course seeing the prequels. Seeing it, I remember I was in high school, and we waited in line and saw the prequels at midnight, and that was a great time. So that's kind of like that. Once again, it's a Y wing. I am probably going to open this one. I said I was going to open it on Twitter. So so we'll get at the end when I'm promoting stuff. We'll go and go there. So we're about 20 minutes left, so I gotta hurry up. I gotta get to it so we can get some fan interaction at the end. Also, I picked up from Ross for the win. This is those Jada toys. The only one I'm missing is gonna be the Stinger, but this first one is gonna be the Duke and Vamp. That's pretty awesome. The figures always remind me of those free figures that would come with the G.I. Joe figures. I've never seen those in real life, nor I did as a kid, but that's what they remind me of. And then I also got the Destro one, and the Hiss tank. There's something loose in the box. I think I broke something, but that's okay. Oh, I did. Oh, that sucks. I stepped on the gun. Oh well. Maybe I can put it back or buy a new one. That's okay. That is, it happens. And then once again on the back is just the kind of same thing again. The only one I'm going to be missing is the stun. Everybody likes the stun. It's, to me, it's always just another vamp. I always like the not stun, stinger. I always like the stun though. The stun always remind me of a Cobra. The stun is always, and I'm working on a deal getting a stun too. And I'm also got something else coming that you guys can really sink your fangs into it. You can sink 2 fangs into it, so that's kind of a little hidden kind of thing like that for you. I'll show you later though. Yeah, he breaks. Yeah, I know. I seen it, Vernon. Let's open it up because it might be broken. So let's go ahead and rip it open and see if I actually did step on it and break it. But like I said, it was from Raw, so it was only a waste of $6. So that's not so bad. What are you gonna do, right? Say la vie. I don't keep boxes like Vern does. I'm not a box keeper. It's just more stuff in my house. And I still have kids in our house, so we don't have a lot of room still. We're still going through our garages and stuff. So I'm gonna tear through this like a maniac off screen. At least you can see it on screen, and hopefully it's not too loud either. So, there we go. Oh no, it's not broken. Oh, that's cool. I think it just goes in there. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Oh, it's put in there with who needs a screwdriver to open up a toy? Look at that. I mean, this is a Ross, and this toy didn't sell. Oh well, I'll take it off later. But no, I don't think. Actually, maybe I didn't break it. Where you go? Yeah, because maybe it just comes out. It's the little man, the little man piece. So maybe I didn't break it. No, no, I didn't break it. It just the man piece comes out, and so there's the little Hiss tank. That's cool. The lid comes up too. Look at that. The lid comes up and has some. Oh, can't wait. I need a better light. I need to get a flashlight next time I do a stream with some little cockpit details. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I picked this up for $6 at Ross. The plastic free item are not a collectible item. Yeah, I'm sorry, Vern. Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I know you flatten them. You were showing. I know you actually did a video about flattening them. That's pretty cool. And then once again, here is Destro. Too bad they put that stand on him. It would have been cooler if they could have made him so he could have gone into the Hiss tank. But c'est la vie. Yeah, that's true. Part of History Breach trying to they cared about the environment. And so they could trick you by not putting all the parts in the box. Oh, the coup de grace on one of the bigger things I bought this a long time ago. I'm not sure if it was on clearance or not, but it was the big pack of them. It covers the whole screen. It's a big pack of all the G.I. Joes and all that kind of stuff. Really cool. There's the back of it. I thought it was, like I said, diecast day, so that's kind of what it is. Like I said, we about 5 minutes or so. I want to promote some stuff. Always tune into Vern's Oak Studios YouTube channel. He's always got something popping with his rants and all that kind of stuff. Make sure you let's see here. Red Team 5 group is a kind of a streaming group out there. One of them is the Always Sunny on Scare podcast, and on the 25th they had a special guest, Steve Sansweet. He was the liaison between Lucasfilms and fans, so he was one of the big curators of a lot of the props and things, and worked at like Skywalker Ranch, and there's an Obi-Wan Ranch as well, and some other museums that he's worked at, and he was part of the ones who helped curate all those things, and he's done a lot of cons and things of that nature, and he was on their show on the 25th. So once again, that's Always Sunny on Scare podcast. You can find him on YouTube and Twitter as always. I retweet out their stuff all the time, just like I do Vern's. What's on Joe Mine had a good show this week. They had Hoodie Cobra 788 on, so I would probably check out that show. As always, Geek Strong is pushing his popcorn tins. He was even comparing two different movie theaters, two different popcorn tins from the same popcorn tin, but it was from two different movie theaters. One from Regal and AMC, I think, and it was the Lilo and Stitch one. So you gotta check that out. See what else is going on. I'm thinking off the top of my head because people aren't turning into me what they want me to promote and boost for them, so I can't think of other things to kind of think about what other people are doing. Oh, G.I. Joe Bird just released a Chasing Joe with Steve and the co-host. I think his name is Ben Richo. They do a issue by issue review of all the G.I. Joe comics and things of that nature. Pretty good. Always G.I. Joe Bird. Once again, Cujo's always working on something, and he's tweeting stuff out there. Once again, if you're always looking for me, want suggestions for want me to kind of promote and boost your stuff, let me know. Once I get a co-host and I kind of figure out more technology stuff, I'll probably get more advanced on doing more of a review show. But I figure doing a good 5 minute, name dropping folks out there is pretty good. So anything else? I know so look out for people's streams like Full Force Podcast. We'll have a stream probably out because I know Hadro Plus was today or tomorrow or someday, or I don't know. I just watch everybody's reviews of things, so I need to watch those things. Also Plastic Battles. Watch out for his series with different artists and different toy photographers. They're going through I think the Dutch G.I. Joe catalog, which is a really good catalog. It's really very artfully done, so look out for that. So I'm about almost done. So do we have any questions in the chat? Anything we want to go over? I am going to open my Y-Wing. So why I am doing that as promised. Well, if you guys have any questions, problems, concerns, or corrections, let me know in the chat, and we'll kind of go from there. Once again, if you guys do want me to promote stuff, I know Rolando, I don't think you do have a channel or anything like that. You're just a great chat guy, which is awesome. We all need you, Rolando. You're the best. Always once again, Vern, thanks for showing up as always, and the whole Toy Doe crew is all pretty good guys. Actually, most of the people I interact with are pretty good guys. Once again, thanks to John is Super Geek Show for giving me that gonk. That was awesome. So lost the stand. These are pretty easy to open, so I'm kind of doing it slowly. No, can I go over every item in the back of the shelf? No, but I also want the Scare podcast. Always Sunny on Scare podcast was asking me about. I told them I would tell them about what my red beret was. I've done streams before where I talked about a red beret. What's in the fridge? What fridge? Do I have a fridge back here? I don't have a fridge back here, Vern. What are you talking about? I think you need your glasses fixed. There's no fridge back here. Now you have me looking. No, that's all my shelves and my dresser and stuff like that. So. Anyhow, once again, so here's the Y. Let me get me out here. What was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. Now Vern's got me all conflated. Oh, just think about what people are doing. Let's see here. Think about people I haven't been able to keep up on a lot of folks. I've been busy working on that kind of stuff. I do try. I know Brian's Action Review. He's a streamer from across the pond. He just did a review of Street Fighter, the Tiger fighter guy from Indonesia or whatever, the Tiger Punch guy, which was pretty good. Let's see what else have I watched that was really good. I'm trying to think. All you guys do good work, but I'm trying to think. Well, anyway, I think that's about, like I said, let's kind of wrap this up. We're at the 30-minute mark. So, the boy has 7 brothers, and each brother also has 7 brothers. How many brothers are there? So, each brother has 7 brothers. So there's 8 brothers total. Because yourself and then your other brother. So there's 8 brothers. And each brother is a brother of the other. So there you go. There's 8. I would think there would be 8, but I might be wrong. So like I said, here we go. Here is the Y wing. Oh, this kind of has a rubber tip for the guns in the front. They probably did that so kids don't kill themselves with it. Ah, my eye. But here's the Y wing. A lot of cool detail of all the different components on it, and the engines. And then the little droid would go somewhere in the middle there, I believe. Oh no, right here. There we go, right there. The color of this one, I think, is red, maybe. So, and this is gonna be a gold one. So, where to show the stand at? Oh, well, I'll find the stand later. Anyhow, it's right here. So, any last questions from the chat? Anything else? Was that right, Vern? Was 8 brothers? It was 8 brothers correct? I think it is because, like I said, you have to count. You don't count yourself, so there would have to be 8 total brothers. Oh wow! Even has a little placard on it. It came in a little bag so it doesn't get ripped. That's pretty cool. Oh, it snaps on like that, and then you can put it on there. Is I'm gonna break it. I hate snapping them in there because it always feels like they're not going in there, but they do. Yeah, see, this one doesn't sit in there very well. You have to hear that crack. Yes, 8. Yeah, I thought so. Yay, IR smart. So that there it is on stand. So bye, wing. All right, well, that concludes tonight's show. Thanks for showing up, everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks, Rolando. Thanks, Vern, for showing up as always. And yeah, check out those people I'm talking about. I'm always on Twitter. They gone at 238. If you want me to boost out something for you, I always do. I'm always interested in hooking up and see what everybody's interested in. It's all about community around here, building each other up. Making so they're everybody's stuff's not always the greatest, but just being good people out there. So as always, be a good person out there. Do good things. We are all good people, and stay safe. If you can't, keep careful. And we'll see you next time. All right. Once again, stay safe. If you can't, keep careful, and see you next time. All right. Bye.